David and Wendy, it was very clear to me from the very beginning that these were two exceptionally talented people. I knew at that point that they were going to go on and be successful.
I think David and Wendy are those exemplary people who live their values. Their ethics and morality permeate everything that they do. So whether it's the way that they've raised their kids or the way that they've raised, generations of PAs who now have gone on to be showrunners, because of their tutelage, like that all shows the value of a good foundation.
Both of them are all of these, like the height of efficiency, and yet the total gooey center of care and heart and connectedness that make them great human beings and great at their jobs.
They've always been the mentors that you wanted to have if you were coming up through the system.
He's brought up young executives that have then gone on to work at places like Netflix and become successful executives in their own right. And he's done it with young creators where he's allowed, the creators of Big Love, the creators of Carnivale, the creator of Power, allowed them to have their voice on the air without the experience you traditionally would need to have.
I was his assistant, so I got to see sort of every conversation. So I'd say I owe a lot to him, just because all those sort of formative years in the business, was a really good example as to kind of how to be a producer, how to do a challenging job, do it with a good, moral compass, and also sort of maintain the passion and not get burnt out.
And that's David Knoller as a producer. He is one of the most incredibly talented, knowledgeable, experienced producers that is out there, and that's why he does all the big shows.
He's had major overall deals with some of the biggest companies in the business, including HBO and Starz.
He did Carnivale, he did Big Love, he did a number of pilots. David was a producer, he was also a director on Big Love. He was a producer of Power on Starz. He also directed episodes of that.
Fortunately, he came back to me for a little respite from that single camera, hard driving world, and we did a sitcom together, Jesse, and it reunited Wendy and David and I can honestly say that was the best thing that happened about that show.
I think Wendy has been great at nurturing other people's ideas and other people's shows, and her career at Star Trek and then at Friends is one of the kind of unsung values that really contributed a lot to those shows.
The great thing about Wendy is she would tell you exactly what she needed to tell you, okay? And it was always honest. There was no beating around the bush. You knew what you were going to get, and it was the truth from Wendy. And it was always in a manner that, was constructive to the completion of what we had to do.
Wendy and I, for 10 years, were locked in post-production on Friends, on Veronica's Closet, on Jesse. It was insane having 3 television shows on the air at the same time for both of us. Wendy was in charge of coordinating all of the post-production on Friends, the editing, the music, the delivery of every single show. Literally, the shows would not be on the air if it weren't for Wendy. They just would come out of the mix session and go into a can and kind of sit there.
Wendy's contribution to Friends was significant. I came on, she'd already been the producer there for 5 years when I came into the department to work with her. She was always challenging us all to get better. And because of that, so many of us that worked underneath Wendy have grown, gone on to successful careers, whether it's with a studio, as successful producers. Some are directing episodes of television now. So all of this success is generated by the example that she led for all of us.
But Wendy is one of the most feeling and caring people, which is, I think, what makes her such a great producer as well as a great friend and a mother. I mean, both of them have all of the perfect attributes that make them great friends, great parents.
We've just been very fortunate to find this couple that we completely enmesh with.
I think it's impressive that Cal State Northridge has produced such high-level individuals.
What's great about CSUN is that they have a different mandate in the way that they graduate people. They graduate people that go to work and do interesting things and make an impact.
Wendy, David, congratulations on achieving Cal State Northridge's Distinguished Alumni Award.
I'm happy for both of you. Both of your careers have been very impressive to me, and more impressive has been your relationship with each other. Congratulations again. I'm lucky to be in your lives, and I wish you all the best for the future.
Wendy, thank you very much for everything that you've done for me and everyone else that was around us during that period of time at Bright, Kaufman and Crane. I just want you to know everything that you taught me over those years, I hold it very close and use it every day, and thank you every day for what you've done for me.
David and Wendy, I'm so proud of both of you on this tremendous honor you're receiving from CSUN as Distinguished Alumni of the Year. Continue doing all the amazing things that you do.
Congratulations, David and Wendy, on being honored as Distinguished Alumni from CSUN. You guys are the best. I'm so proud of you.
Congratulations, Wendy and David, on receiving the CSUN Distinguished Alumni Award. We are so honored to be your friends. We are so proud of what you've accomplished as producers, as parents, as friends, as human beings, and we're lucky to have you as distinguished friends.